Next up is Allyson Mead. Sometimes her writing can be psychologically fracturing. She has spent several years living in a haunted, refurbished hospital.
Yeah.
Would anyone like some chocolate or something?
Candy. Eat it.
So apparently guitars are the only thing that catch this webbing more than sequins. This is a short story called Recoil. Your parents don't seem to understand that laying in bed counting sheep isn't going to help you get to sleep you've desperately been craving since last Thursday. They don't seem to understand that you're not just being willful, you've tried to sleep. It's not coming. From sheer desperation, you're driven to the streets every night just so you don't die of boredom laying on your back staring at the ceiling. Pulling on your jacket, you slip out the window. After leaving a little note on the pillow, maybe you'll walk to the school tonight. As you approach one of the nicer neighborhoods in town, you see a shadowy figure turn off the side street with a backpack you can only see from the streetlight illuminating him. You think you recognize him. He seems about your age, possibly a classmate. You don't know. You aren't good with other people, so you rarely bother to remember their names. Matt, maybe? Or Mark? Something religious. It doesn't matter. You keep to the shadows and follow the sound of his footsteps when the dark of the night swallows him up, until you can see him clearly in the glow of the dim stadium lights of the soccer field. You're curious. You want to follow him. But if he climbs, you won't be able to follow him, not without giving yourself away. Luckily for you, he ducks his head and slips through a huge cut in the chain link fence. He crosses the grass and collapses onto his knees by a soccer field. He pulls his backpack around in front of him and zips it, reaching in and pulling out something metal. A gun, your mind supplies. He examines it this way and that, turning it all about. Then he crawls forward on his knees, before reaching and leaning against the pole of the goal. He cocks the gun, raises it to his temple, letting the barrel rest against his skin. Why? You ask. Amused as he jumps and yanks the gun away from his head. He stares at you warily, distrusting. But you don't move any more than is necessary to lean against the fence and rest your forehead on your arms. Is there a reason? Reason for what? He challenges. You snort. To kill yourself, or do you think I missed the gun? My reasons are my own, he replies shortly. But you wait for a few seconds, silence building up until he finally says, you don't know what it's like. I don't, you agree? So tell him. Every day, it's the same thing. It never ends. My mom is dying. It's terminal. She's gonna die before they can find a drug to help her. And even if there was a cure, my alcoholic fuck of a father wouldn't shell out a single penny to save her. When she's gone, I'll be stuck with him. And you don't know the kinds of things that bastard man is capable of. You're curious, but his eyes look haunted. There's some things in you're smart enough to stay away from. Nice little present for your dying mommy. I left a letter. She'll understand. You aren't gonna stop me, he adds quickly. You don't intend to. It's his life. Death. But do you think I could do it? You ask hopefully. He blinks and looks at you oddly. Why would you want to kill yourself? You just laugh and correct him. I'll kill myself, stupid. Can I be the one who kills you? Why would you ask something like that? He demands, pulling as far away as possible. You understand his reaction. It is an odd request, after all. But you couldn't help yourself. You aren't the violent type or anything. You don't even play violent video games. But this is an opportunity very few people, if any, have to kill someone without worrying about damnation or whatever else the Christians spout on about, because, hey, he's the one who wants it. I don't know why I want to do it, I just do. I mean, in the end, does it really matter who pulls the trigger? I guess it doesn't matter, he agrees. You can do it if you really want to, but you'll have to promise me that you won't screw it up, okay? Okay, you agree. We're scurrying like little mouse to the hole in the fence and crossing the field to kneel next to him. You didn't see it before, but up close you realized that he's been crying. You hold out your hand, and he gives you the gun. Use my jacket to keep from getting blood everywhere, he says, taking off the windbreaker he's wearing, handing it to you. Do you want to pray? you ask? You can even do it out loud. Promise not to laugh at you. He shakes his head. Good. You say, I bet you never imagined tonight would go like this, did you? No, but I guess it's okay. You always seem pretty cool to me, so I don't care. Really? You ask. You just assumed most people thought you were a freak. You think you're a freak. I'm honored. You hold the windbreaker up like a shield, point the gun right between his eyes. Just say when. He leans back and closes his eyes, looking nice and relaxed. Takes a few deep breaths. You can't help but feel impatient, but you have to control yourself. It's his call. Even if he wants to call the whole thing off, but I don't think he will. Okay, he breathes. I'm ready. You call down on the trigger and hear the bang before you feel the wrist recoil snap your wrist upwards. It explodes in a cloud of red that settles quickly, but you don't want to see. You cover him up with his jacket like a parent tucking him in, put the gun in his own hand, loop one finger through the trigger, and you turn on your heel and walk off, wondering how long it will take them to find him laying there. Well, you're back to staring at the ceiling all night. At least you'll have something to think about.